Hey, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here, bringing you a new Civilization 5 Brave New World series. The last series was going a little bit downhill, I think, and I decided that I wanted to start a new game. I apologize to those of you who are really interested in that series. I'm not scrapping it completely, but since I started that series, I've actually learned quite a bit about the game and saw a lot of mistakes that I made that really sort of put me, in my opinion, too far back to come back from. And considering it was on Epic Playtime, we're looking at like 20 to 30 more episodes of me like scraping by and only to, not end up really winning the game or anything like that. So I decided I wanted to start a new playthrough here. So this time we're going to be doing things much differently. So I'm going to go into advanced setup here, and these are the settings I'm going to be playing on. We're going to be playing on a Pangea map, where it's just one big continent. We're going to play on a small map, where we only have 6 players and 12 city-states. We're also going to do Prince, which is still my goal is to win a game on Prince. And we're going to be playing with the quick game pace. These are settings that are specifically used by a group of multiplayer players. I believe it's called the No Quitters League. I really don't know much about it other than that. But there was a guy I found on YouTube, and actually it was my buddy Detner who showed me this guy, and I learned a lot, and I actually haven't even watched all his videos either, so I'm not really fully equipped with his knowledge yet, but I still felt like I wanted to start over, and this time actually have like a real plan for what we're doing, because I think that hurt us last time. So anyway, with these settings, it's going to sort of change things up a bit, but it will make us be able to get through an actual playthrough in a reasonable amount of time instead of like a 80 episode style playthrough. The only other thing noticeable here is the resources will be strategic balance, which means that everybody's going to start with the important strategic resources like iron and horses and some of the later game ones as well. They will always be near your capital, so everyone will have that. So it's not like someone can run up on you with swordsmen and you don't even have iron. Like it's just balanced. And the other one down here is random personalities. And I'm only doing this because I don't want to spawn beside Attila again and then know exactly what he's going to do again and start building up a defense before I even know it. We might spawn beside Attila, but he might have Spain's personality behind him, and he might be rushing for, religion and that type of thing. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Everything else is going to be the same. It's all going to be random, and we're going to see which civ we get right now.
Greetings and blessings be upon you, Kamehameha the Great, chosen by the heavens to unite your scattered peoples. O mighty king, you were the first to bring the big island of Hawaii under one solitary rule in 1791 AD. This was followed with the merging of all the remaining islands under your standards in 1810. As the first king of Hawaii, you standardized the legal and taxation systems and instituted the Mamalohi Kanawai, an edict protecting civilians in times of war. You ensured the continued unification and sovereignty of the islands by your strong laws and deeds, even after your death in 1819. O wise and exalted king, your people wish for a kingdom of their own once more and require a leader of unparalleled greatness. Will you answer their call and don the mantle of the Lion of the Pacific? Will you build a kingdom that stands the test of time?
Well, that's the goal. All right, so with this civ, what we get is the ability to embark and move over ocean tiles right away, which may not be that useful on this type of map. +1 sight when embarked, plus 10% combat strength bonus if within 2 tiles of a moai. I don't even know what that is. Oh, right here. Can only be built on the coast. If built next to another moai, it provides additional culture. After the flight technology is researched, it provides extra gold. Okay. So this is like a building improvement maybe? And we get the extra warrior here. It replaces the warrior. Strikes fear into nearby enemies, making them less effective in combat. Okay. Alright. So, right off the bat here, what I'm noticing is we're in a pretty decent spot. We have some good growth tiles here. We have gems. We have wine. So 2 unique luxury resources. This is going to help us be happy. We have wheat, which is going to help us grow, and we have deer, which is also going to help us grow. It's not a terrible starting spot. It's not really the best. We also have a mountain nearby though, so we might be able to build some wonders that require the mountain, or that having a mountain nearby requires. So we'll found our city here, Honolulu. And let's see. I'm going to bring this guy down here. Okay. So the first thing we're going to make is a scout. Now usually I rush out the monument, but this time we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Last time we tried to go for a expansive sort of style, but this time we're going to go for a smaller empire style. And this seems to be overall the best choice. Even if you have a good start for Liberty, tradition still seems to be just the best one. And I'm looking to, well, I don't want to say I'm looking to game the system, but I want to do what would be considered the best strategy in my first, in my first attempt at winning on Prince. Like, this is not my first attempt, but you know what I mean. Like, I need to win on Prince at least one time, so I'm going to be trying to go for the most OP strats here. We'll start getting pottery so we can build a shrine instantly, and we'll keep going from here. Now, one thing I should have done before just ending that turn is taking a look at my citizen management here. So we want to grow our city, but we also want to push these units out as quick as possible as well. If we go to production focus, we're going to be stagnant and we're not going to grow. So that's not really what we want. I think we're just going to stay with default focus for now and just try to grow as best we can. Lucky we have 2 hammers right here on our city that we can take advantage of right away. The quicker we grow, the quicker we'll be able to get working on these hammers here and start putting out some more production. Meanwhile, this dude is just going to come on down here. And I want to take a quick look at the audio options. I guess that's probably pretty good. Things are just feeling a little bit loud, but I think that's okay. Alright, so we'll end the turn. So we're going to try to time things out much better this time than we did in the past. What do we get here? Oh, we got a free population. Look at that. Okay, well, if we go to production focus now, we still go stagnant. But if we stay default, we'll grow in 2 turns up to 3, and that will be probably good enough for what we want for the early game. Oh, not 2 turns, sorry. We'll grow in 6 turns. And it looks like we're pretty far south already. I feel like I should check here just to make sure. Yeah, this is definitely the east coast, I would say. At least that's what it seems like right now. And we finished a scout, so luckily we can embark very early. So let's go ahead and come up here on this hill. Oh, it's going to take 2 turns? Okay. Well, let's go over this way then. And we'll make another scout. We want to push out 2 scouts right off the bat because we really want to find as many runes as we can. We want to find as many city-states as we can. And we also want to find where our enemies are as soon as we can as well. On top of that, the most important thing that we're looking for here in terms of scouting is we are looking for our second place to settle. Where do we want to put our second city? And we want to know that as soon as possible. So I'm going to come down here. Alright. Barbarian camp down there. I don't have to worry too much about them. Now, the next thing I'm going to go for is animal husbandry. It's going to allow me to find out where my horses are. I'm guessing they're on one of these hills. They might be over here as well. And with that, it's going to allow us to get some more production out. We're about to grow as well, and our second scout is about to finish. So, alright. Let's meet these people. Craig, we get 30 gold for being the first people to meet them, and we're going to come down here and send our scout this way. Meanwhile, this scout is going to go ahead this way. Alright, so we got some gold over there. That's pretty good already. And there's an ivory down here as well. Okay, so I'm noticing that over here might be a pretty good spot to build a city, potentially. We'll have to see. I'm not quite ready to commit just yet, but we will make a shrine. make a shrine. I want to see when we get our third population here, which is going to happen in just a second. Should I send... I'm going to send him actually up the way, this way. This warrior is going to keep scouting around here. Actually, I'll get him to go up this hill. Okay, found some more runes for next turn, and this scout's going to keep looking around this way. Yeah, I definitely think we can maybe build a city down here. Might even, like, if we build it on the river, that's even better. What I've learned is that hill river tiles are very, very good to build a city on, but I don't have any hill river tiles here. I also want to make sure I'm within range of these resources too. So I'm actually thinking like maybe somewhere down here. 1, 2. I want to be in range of this stuff too. Furs is also another unique luxury resource. So even if I went like right here, I'd be able to reach the stone, I'd be able to reach the sheep, the cows, the deer, and it would grow relatively quickly too because of these tiles. And then we have hill tiles as well. So I don't know. I'm thinking right here is a potential spot at the moment. We have our third dude now, and I don't really want to grow anymore. So now if I go to production focus, see, we are stagnant. The key here is we don't want to be starving, because if we're starving, we're going to just throw away the early citizen we gained from finding those runes. But if we're stagnant, that's okay. And now we can push out the shrine in 3 turns instead of 5 turns. So we're going to do that, because we want that shrine as early as possible. So we got the runes over there. Alright, I feel comfortable to end the turn. And let's go ahead and continue scouting around up here. We got some bananas, we got some citrus up here. And it looks like I can cross over. Let's cross over this way. Oh, there's a city-state over here that I should go meet. There's another one over here too. So quite a few city-states down that way. Oh shit, I moved away from the runes. Oh, that was a mistake. Shit. Okay, well. City-states, we made our first mistake, boys. Let's just go get those runes. I don't want anyone else to find them. Have I moved you? Meet these guys. Belgrade. 30 gold for meeting them. That's nice. And you've already moved, have you? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to finish off this shrine. Oh, who's this?
Toch olal discolo. Kuyalal tenja akal.
Okay. The Mayans. But it's not really the Mayans. Whatever you know about the Mayans, it doesn't mean that they're going to be using that playstyle, since we're going with the random personalities. Oh, that's a dangerous spot to leave a scout. So if he came from up here, he's already got a spearman as well. He probably found a goody hut that had that. And there's a rune over here. Where are you? You guys are supposed to be moving back. Man, we got more wine over here. I mean, this looks like a pretty good spot. It looks like they're going to take the ivory, though. But if we go here, we can definitely get the stone. We can go eventually get the furs as well. So I think that's going to be where we're going to go for our first city. Resource, or sorry, whatever we're doing here. We're going to go for writing. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to rush what I'm trying to rush here. In 6 turns, we're going to have writing. So we'll find out. Probably going to take some damage up here. No, they spawned on the other end. So we can actually come and grab this. Some more culture. Alright, that's going to put us right over and make us ready for our first... this thing. Social policy. Yeah, I got the dog in the room here, so I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do about that. Alright, tradition. So we're going to go for a tradition, and this is going to give us, just adopting it, is going to increase the rate that our borders expand in all of our cities, and grants 3 culture in the capital, which allows us to build the hanging gardens and also just gain more culture quickly, or more quickly than we were before. Oh, this Egyptian dude is going to get that rune.
تحياتي أنا رمسيس الإله إنني تجسيد حي لمصر أب وأم جميع الحضارات.
Okay, so there's not much I can... Like, he's going to get it next turn. That was a big mistake. I missed out on that rune. Hopefully it's not anything too special. Alright, let's go ahead and start working on our settler. So our settlers, it says it's going to take 10 turns, but now, when you're building a settler, you literally don't need to be making any food at all. You need 0 food. You will not starve. So if I take the tiles off here, you notice I'm not starving. So those are 2 workers that I can move to these tiles, which will actually help me push this out quicker. Right now it's going to be 7 turns, and if I can find one more tile like that... I have 84 gold. I could easily buy one of these tiles. This one would cost me 40. This one would cost me 42. See, I don't... Like, technically you'd want to buy these tiles here because they're obviously better, but it's only 1 hammer. If I buy one of these tiles, it will allow me to actually get my settler out even quicker. And I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it. So we're going to go with this one. There, and now we can put another worker on here. So now our settler, well, it's still going to be 7 turns apparently, so that was a little bit of a waste, but that's okay. Only 2 more turns longer than it's going to take to make writing. I'm pretty upset that I missed that rune over there. Okay, well, we're going to keep scouting around up here. Even more wine. There's a ton of horses up here. Might be able to find a good spot this way. I'm going to send this scout up this way, so I'm going to send this one. I don't really want to go past Belgrade in terms of where I'm expanding. So I'm going to move up here. Yeah, we missed that rune. Ah, that makes me angry. Alright, well, let's come back down. We got to meet these city-states anyway. A little bit inefficient there as we end that turn. We still haven't found out where our enemies are. Alright, so we'll meet Bueno Aries. We get the 30 gold for meeting them. And I should be able to move here too and meet them for 30 gold. Wow, so we're meeting everybody first. So we're getting a lot of gold from that, so that's not bad. I'm going to come climb this hill here, get some extra vision. We see some cotton up there. I mean, Honolulu... 1, 2, 3 is not going to be able to reach here. So there are some resources here that are pretty good. Like if I build a city, see, like this is that river hill tile that I'm talking about. We could 1, 2, 3 expand here, here, here. We can get this. We can get the cotton. We can even get the bananas. So right where my scout is right now is also, I'm thinking, a pretty good spot. But of course we have barbarian encampments like around the place. So that's something that we have to remember. In fact, you know what? If I'm going to make my first city, well, I need to see where the enemies are, because I need to know, you know, where might they plan to expand. Of course, we got some funny business happening over here. Well, let's see. Let's go up here. Even more stuff that way. We still haven't found any borders yet. That looks... No, that's just a river. Alright, we can adopt a policy. So, right now, we're about to try rushing the Great Library after we make our first settler. So we're going to take this one, which is going to give us 15% bonus production when building wonders, and some extra happiness, which will benefit us way later in the game. But we're looking for that wonder production right now. This guy, yeah, you're going to have to climb back over. I need to see if there's anybody over here. Because if we see an enemy here, then this immediately becomes my first spot. If we see an enemy up here, which I'm already thinking we might not. I can't tell if I can see borders over there or not. Then, you know, maybe I'll have a little bit more room to, or a little bit more time to wait until I want to build a city over here. Okay, Honolulu can fire on an enemy. Go ahead and fire on them. Alright, so where do I want to go with these guys? I don't really have a choice because I'm in their zone. Salt over here. We found the Grand Mesa, which will give us a bonus happiness, and there's another city-state over here. Okay, now this warrior is going to come over here. Writing is going to finish soon. Is there any way I can get more production out of this? Oh, I didn't lock the tiles. What is happening here? 5 turns. I don't need you and I don't need you. I do need you, which will make it 4 turns. And tile has an enemy on it. You can't work it. Wow. Okay, 2 production up here though. So let's go on here. 11 turns now. Okay, lock in. You won't lock. So I got 2 production, 4 production, 6, 8. It's about the best I can get around here. Okay. Keep it that way, please. Because I want to get started on that great library as soon as possible. We have the most money right now. So this is a border. The Mayan border. It's right there. So they very well... Okay, first what we need to do is get on top of a hill. So the Mayan border is right here. We're going to meet this city-state. Vancouver. 15 gold. And then I guess we'll come back around this way and check up here. This guy... We'll head down this way. And we might end up having to bring that barbarian back home. Or this warrior back home so that we can clear a path. Because there's a dude and we see him up here, I'm thinking we might want to rush this way for our city. And I think I was talking about building it right on this area. So that might be where we go first, just so that we can make sure the Mayans don't come down and take it. Alright, now that we've got writing, what we want to do is get, well, what do we need around our place? We need calendar. You pretty much almost always need calendar. But actually mining is going to help as well. Mining is going to help us for this city a little bit more, which isn't even planted yet, to be honest, but we'll need it. So we'll go ahead and get mining. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my scout here, and I'm going to fortify him and have him just continue to defend that spot. Okay, well, let's get up on the hill. Yeah, see, I'm still not seeing anyone this way, besides for a city-state or two. So I'm thinking that we want to rush up here first. Our settler's going to be done in 2 turns. This warrior will eventually die. And let's make sure that we're working everything we can. See, once again, these people think it's more important to do things I don't want them to do. Up there is fine. I understand, fine. We can't work the tile where there's a barbarian standing, but let's, you know, keep things going the way I want them to go. Okay, you fortify up here. We're just going to keep going up here. I mean, this could be a good spot for a city up here. Okay, I'm going to come on this side of the river. I'm happy with what I've learned from that side. We'll go ahead and finally take out this warrior. Next turn we'll have our settler, and we're going to start building the Great Library. And we're going to hope that no one else is going for it. Okay. So if I send you this way, you should be fine. I'm going to send this warrior back home. And you, I'd like to keep looking around. We'll go up here. Okay, there's another border. I don't know whose border that is. We finished a settler. We're going to work on the Great Library. So now, the thing is, now we're starving. And we can't be starving. So if we go production focused, oh, hold on, reset tiles, because we're all locked up. If we go production focused, we can squeeze this out in 13 turns. If we go default, it's 17 turns. So 13 is definitely where we want to be. And I'm fine with staying stagnant if we can ditch one food tile. But that's a 2 food tile. 2 food. Yeah, no, this might be just what we have to do in order to squeeze this out. We also get a Pantheon as well. So one thing I learned is that this one here, the God King, is pretty much a very well balanced, probably the best one if you don't want to put too much work into thinking about which you want to go for. And I'm a little bit in that boat, so yeah, I'm going to go for God King. Later on in the mid-game, that's really going to help us out once we build palaces and things like that. Now, it is going to take a few turns.
مصر السخية تقدم.
Another thing I learned is don't do any trades that will benefit your enemies at all. Okay, who is this?
Ω, μονοποιούν θαύμα. Ποιον όνομα είπε η Μισέ, ο καλός ξένος? Είμαι η Θεοδόρα, η φίλη του Βυζαντίου.
Okay, Byzantines. I think that's how you say that anyway. So they're up there, so they're actually, you know, a threat to places down here. So, once again, another reason to build a city here, and as quick as possible. We want to make sure the settler gets over there as safe as possible. And we're really hoping we can get that great library. Alright, let's go for calendar, because we're going to need that as well. And then continue scouting. So, oh! They didn't find that rune over there. So we have a weak barbarian warrior right here. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, we should be fine in the next turn. Okay, next turn. Don't kill him. Alright. They will not be able to kill him. So we'll fortify him, and we'll just move this way, away from the barbarian. You are going to try to steal this. Okay, completely useless. But we do see where some encampments are. And it's going to do it so far. We might end up losing this scout. Okay, now we should be able to get that kill. Not quite. Okay. Well, there's no way that that barbarian can catch us now. So we're going to just fortify this warrior here. We're going to run away into the forest. There's more runes there. And we can adopt another policy. So now, I mean, this is our only option. We might end up making a little bit of gold here, considering we just garrisoned our warrior. And we will. So, I mean, it's a little bit beneficial. It just means that when we keep our warriors garrisoned or our army units garrisoned, we don't have to pay for them. So, it's helpful. Okay. Well, decisive victory if I go around here. So let's try to get that decisive victory. He needs to die. There we go. And now we can move our settler up on the hill that we want to found our city. Now over here, we're going to go ahead and steal this. And we turn ourselves into an archer, which is beautiful. I love this. Okay, and next turn we'll have our second city. We are 7 turns away from getting the Great Library.
So teach us.
We have calendar. Yeah, if I move into any of these spots, 1, 2... Yeah, I won't be able to reach... From here, I can reach the deer, I can reach the wine, I can reach everything that I like around here. So we're going to found right here. Samoa. Okay. And you're going to take this and just heal up. Archer dude is going to come into the forest, and he's going to heal up as well. As for research, well, what do we need? So, I mean, we'll need trapping for some stuff down here. Archery would be nice just to have archery. But I don't think we need it that quickly. Bronze working will allow us to remove jungles, which eventually we'll need because there are jungles there, but there's no real rush for that right now. So I'll go for trapping. All right, choose production. So we are not making the monument because eventually we're going to get a free one in here. So instead we're going to go for the shrine and just try to keep our faith building as fast as possible. And we're going to end this turn. Okay, so with that said, I think this is where we are going to end the first episode. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know I started a new game, but I feel like this type of game style, this type of play style is a little bit more, a little bit quicker, and it presents a lot of interesting scenarios. So hopefully we'll be able to see that play out here. We're going to go in the next episode, going to try to finish off this great library, and then we're going to try to pump out another settler, and then we're going to start pumping out workers and try to actually, you know, deal with what we can do here. All right, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you'd like, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.